We can have SEC football if together we decrease the case numbers.
Tennessee continues to see an alarming spike in COVID-19 cases, and it brought a top White House official here with that strong message for football fans. Dr. Deborah Birx, who heads the federal COVID response team for the Trump administration, says Tennessee is at a crossroads. News 4's Alan Frio joins us with what she says we can do to get back to normal. Alan?
Well, Dr. Deborah Birx held a 4-hour discussion with Tennessee health officials, 4 hours, along with the governor and the mayor of Nashville here at TEMA headquarters on Citgo Drive. She said something has got to be done about Tennessee's rising COVID-19 numbers, and now. Unlike the COVID outbreak earlier in the year that affected mostly urban areas like Nashville, this new uptick in cases is particularly menacing. Here's why.
This spread, however, is equally across the state into rural areas, peri-urban areas, small cities, and of course your major metros. And that is what has been the most concerning to us.
The spread of COVID is worrisome to Dr. Birx in rural areas of Tennessee where face coverings are not particularly popular and may even have a political bent to it.
Well, I hope if they're a Trump supporter and they live in rural Tennessee and they heard the president say last week that he thinks masks are important, and he said that several times last week in each of his briefings, that they're hearing that. And I hope the local mayors are hearing that.
It's popular tourist destinations like the honky tonks along Broadway that Dr. Birx took aim at to bring COVID under control.
If you stop going to bars, and indeed close the bars, and limit your indoor dining, that you can have, and continue to social distance and wash your hands, that we can have as big an impact on decreasing new cases as what we had with sheltering in place.
Now, Dr. Birx says we have the power to stop the virus right in our own hands if we follow proper protocol, health protocol. Tom?
All right, Alan, Field Live for us. Hopefully everyone will follow that advice. Governor Bill Lee expected to unveil his plan to keep schools safe at his weekly coronavirus briefing. That happens tomorrow. He says the whole conference will be dedicated to going over how the state plans to protect teachers and students while still giving parents options for in-person and virtual learning. He updates us again tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here, so be sure to watch News 4 at 4 to hear exactly what he has to say. Another major concern for state health officials is hospital capacity. And Metro floor bed availability sits at 17%. That is close to Metro's goal of 20%, but ICU bed availability is not. It's just 12% right now. The picture is a little better across the state. 21% of floor beds and 17% of ICU beds are available.